What's up, guys? What's up? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing some work on the R7. I have this little bracket here I got from TST Industries. I already put it together, but what we're doing is we're going to be getting rid of this big fender piece back here because that shit's ugly. We're going to be adding an integrated tail light and some integrated side blinkers that are going to go on the side here. Right now there's none. I'll show you what that looks like in a second. And if I have enough time, we're gonna put these frame guards here in this pocket. You can't really see the pocket, and we're gonna get rid of the side blinkers, the side markers, and give it some flush side markers. So it depends on how much time I got today. I got a couple of things to do with school. I want to go to downtown St. Pete. I don't think I'm gonna take the bike out today to downtown St. Pete. I'm still getting used to riding her, and crossing that big ass skyway is not something I want to do right now. But eventually I gotta learn the bike still. I rode it around last night, getting used to it. I haven't rode in like 4 years, so it's gonna take some time. So let's get into the installation. I'm not gonna do the whole thing. There's tons of installation videos all over the website. But what I gotta do is I have to remove this seat, remove this bracket, and then once I remove that bracket, I have to remove these pieces. And once I remove these pieces, then I start to install the other stuff and then just put everything back together. So I'll kind of show you like midway what I'm doing and stuff like that. Okay, so far took all the bolts off. Everything is lined up nice. I got one of the fairings off on the side. This one is just gonna pop right off. So inside you have that little push pin, and it's like a rubber grommet. So on this side you can see there, and then there's one over here also on that side. Don't forget, if you're watching this as like added onto your install or removal video, there's a bolt here they don't mention to remove, but that gives me way more room to pull this apart. And then don't forget to take away the bolt from here that holds these two pieces together to this, so kind of like sandwiches them together. So that's that. Now I have to get to taking this off from the bolt here and then undo the wires and stuff like that, and installing the new lights. So this is not the lights, this is the lights here. So these are the lights, and they sit flush. These are the lights here, so the geometry should sit flush with the inside. As you can see right now, there's nothing on the inside here, but the geometry of the light should sit flush. I also got added for the blinker so it strobes when I hit the blinker. So we're gonna start installing this stuff, and I'll show you how it looks in the middle of it. So I got these unclipped. There's another black one down there somewhere, and now there's a zip tie there, focus camera, and a reusable one. So you can't really get snips through there, but what you can do is get snips right here on it. So snip that, and then this one just kind of comes apart. You can't really tell. Let me see if I get the camera to focus on it. No, of course not. It wants to focus on something else. So there we go. Kind of get that in there. Okay, so the fender piece is off, sitting right there. Got everything laid out. I wish I had a table. It would have made life a lot easier, but I don't. And now we gotta start. I want to finish installing the lights now. So we're gonna install those lights first, because I don't think I can really install the license plate piece until the fenders are back on. So let's get that done. All right, guys, so the lights are on. You only see a gap because nothing's bolted down yet, but they'll sit pretty flush. So we're gonna do a quick check and make sure that the lights work. There's my keys. Okay, so let's put the blinker on left. Let's put blinker on right. Good. let's make sure that the brake light works. So let's do this. It should flash. Cool. So looks good to me. All right, so what happened was I got the wires here for the tail light, the license plate light, but they don't give you anything to connect this to, so you gotta they give you these little red tabs so you can splice or whatever. But I'd rather use the OEM harness, so I cut the OEM harness off. I'm gonna solder these lines onto this, heat shrink it, and then we should be good to go. And plug it in and it should work. So I got a black and a green and I got a black and a red, so I'm just gonna assume red is positive and black is ground. So I'm just gonna solder them together and heat shrink it and make sure it works. But before I do that, I'm gonna connect it, make sure it works. I started putting everything together again, so I kind of have to take everything back out again and actually do this. I don't have to take the whole fenders out, I just got to get the ECU out because the wires, the connector is underneath that ECU. So I'm going to do that real quick and it should work. If you can see, I got the original connector, everything looks good. I'm going to run the wire through so it's underneath and then reconnect it. But I was right about the light works. So now I'm going to solder it. Well, I might just leave it the way it is and just leave the heat shrink. Okay, so I was able to get all the wires tucked away nicely. Everything looks good. Everything looks like the way it should be right now. Could probably do something about hiding this wire. They do give you something to tuck it up, but it ain't gonna make that much of a difference, to be quite honest with you. The way I have the wires pressed in here, seems like they're going to be perfectly fine where they are. Just got to move this wire a little bit because it's a little pinched. So let's get this wire up and out of there. There we go. Now let's slide in this channel a little bit. And that stays nice and just like that. Good. That one's tucked in. That one's tucked in. Good. The seat should hold that there. Now we got to put the main seat back, but I have to do these lights, so I don't know if I have to take this seat back off yet. So all right guys, the fender eliminator is all done. We're going to try it out. Turn the puppy on. There it is. Let's hit the brake. Beautiful. Signal on. Light signal. Signal off. There she goes. The license plate bracket is done. Let's get a closer look. Look at that. TST's Industries did an amazing job. Very, very flush with the way that it sits. That looks so much better. I'm gonna install these crash mounts. So come around, I'll show you guys what I got. So I got these frame sliders. That way, this is what they look like. So they sit there. So that way, I'll show you how it's supposed to sit. So they stick out from the frame a little bit in case you drop the bike. Very, very simple install. They come with black caps. I don't want the black caps, so I actually got, here we go. I got some white caps. So that's gonna look good. So we install these real quick. That's super simple, but I think I need a certain bit. So I have to go get the bit real quick from upstairs. Comes with this long ass bolt. I gotta take the one in there out, slide this into here, or, oh, actually, no. I slide this into here, and then this slides into there. Okay, let's go get that. I'm not sure the size. Looks like a 19. Might be a 17 actually. So let me go get that. Okay, so it looks like it's a 17, and the new bolt is not. The new bolt's a 19. So we're gonna try to get this out with this gun. I don't know if it has enough power to do that, and it does. Take that one out. Let's take this, break this open, take this out of here. This slides in through there, from what I believe, and then, oh, okay, so it sits out actually further. Beautiful. So that goes out that way. Okay, and then this sits like this. Okay, and then that smaller piece, where did I put it? Okay, this piece here. I'm gonna do this side first. So this piece slides into here. This slides like that. This long piece goes through, and this goes in just like that. I'm gonna put a little bit of Loctite, like a tiny dab. Nothing crazy. I know I don't have to, but I just want to put a little bit on that bolt. That's it. I just literally put a little dab. Nothing crazy. And slide this through. They don't say you have to, but something I would much rather do. That's already threaded in. Good. This is 19 fit. No, it doesn't. So we're just gonna make sure that's extra tight. Good. Put this in here. Make sure that it's nice and tight. Good. And then we put the cap on. Make sure that it's nice and sits straight. There you go. That's it. Look at how far it sits out from the bike. Very good. All right, I'm gonna do the other side. Get that out the way. This was simple, this was easy. Yeah, I'm excited about it. All right guys, it's all done. The sliders, the crash sliders or frame sliders, whatever it is that you call them, they're on. The rear fender delete is on, and it looks so much better than the way it did. That thing's all gone and ugly. The bike looks good. Next thing we need is a nice exhaust. Unfortunately, on this bike, you have to do the whole exhaust because the way that the bike is set up. But yeah, that's it. I was supposed to get my new windshield today. And that's simple because it's only 4 screws, but I don't think you guys need an install video on how to install that. Actually, I'm lying. It's got these here too. Oh no, Yeah, it's just these four. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that should do that. But the windshield screen that's coming is black. God, it looks so much better now. I feel like I want to change these. I don't know. But this looks good from there. Great choice with the white caps. And that's it. So there's plenty of videos on how to do this. I just try to find like steps that I didn't see that people may have had issues with. But it's done. It's clean. Looks way better. That seat is dirty. Ugh, I gotta clean that. Anyway, stay positive, stay humble. We only have good days. See you at the next install video or whatever else I decide to do. Peace.